Wow! 100,000 followers. One thing I've got to say is thank you for following me, and to celebrate that I've got a few things in the tank, and well, let's keep it in the vogue of what we do. Let's go back in time. So before we get started, what I really need to do is introduce these gentlemen that are around me. On my left here I have Luke Mahoney.
Hi guys, I'm here with Will Lord. I run Joan Allen Metal Detectors, so I'm here today to describe something very magical. I'm here with someone I work with, John Adkin. John's got something nice. John?
This is a 3,000-year-old Bun Ingot made of pure copper. So this 3,000-year-old copper Bun Ingot was found by a guy called Tom Dempster, a detectorist. It's going to be recorded by the archaeologists, and today we're going to do something very special with it.
And then on my far right I have Dr. Tom, who's become a good friend of mine and has been attending a lot of my courses, and we've already had an experience with this.
Have indeed. So it was a little while ago now. We were sat out under a beautiful night sky and around the campfire, and Will produced this and cast it into the flames, and over the course of about 10 minutes it went from black to red to white, and then the flames turned the purest green, and we just watched it. It was a truly magical moment, really stunning, and we're on the start of the journey now with this.
So John, can I take that?
Of course, yeah.
There's really only one thing left to do with it, isn't there? Let's turn the wheels back in time, and let's smelt this and reproduce what it was intended to be in the first place from the architects of metal 3,500 years ago.
Okay, Will, so what are you doing here, mate? What's going on?
We need to make a mould.
Right.
So what we're using sand, which is mixed with oil.
So, you're using sand and oil. What would they have used, Will?
Okay, so what you've got going on is you've got three industries which are mixing in together. You've got the back end of the Neolithic period,
right.
You're bumping into the Chalcolithic period, right. You've got the Beaker period. They're starting to make pottery.
Amazing.
Right? They are well versed with taking animals apart, and they've already got the tallow, so they're using oil. They're grinding Neolithic axes. So when they're grinding the Neolithic axes, the sand particles are really fine.
Right.
They could have done this system, but what we do know is what they actually did in the first place is they pecked out a shape into the top of an open rock, then they poured metal into flat open casting into a rock. Brilliant. So we've got a Bun Ingot. What we want is we want to smelt that Bun Ingot, because what we're doing is we're releasing something from a long time ago.
Right. 3,000 years old?
3,000 years ago. So I'm not too worried about the formula of the mould.
Right.
What I'm interested in is what's going to happen to this metal. What say you?
Brilliant. Will, what are you doing? What is this talcum powder about?
Well, it's a gasket.
Right.
So basically what we're now going to do is we're going to put the axe onto that surface, and we're going to press that down into there.
Yep.
We're going to shut this box up, and then we're going to pack it. And the reason we put talc in there is so that when I open it, that gasket separates the two compacted surfaces.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
What would they have used?
I don't know.
Ash.
They would have used ash?
Yeah, simple.
Why would they have used ash? For the same purpose?
Yeah, because it's available.
Okay.
It's right there. It's always available.
Why? Lovely. What are you making, sandcastles, Will?
Basically, it needs to be packed.
Yeah?
If we want it to, we're going to be pouring 1,200 degrees of copper into here.
Right.
It needs to be packed tightly. Otherwise it's loose. You can imagine what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have a go.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just hammer it in.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, go on. Easy, brother.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah. Get that. How's it feeling? Does it feel compact?
It does now, yeah.
Right, okay.
How's that?
That's going to help the situation.
Awesome. Right. Beautiful.
Ready to go.
So the last time this saw a fire was 3,000 years ago, Safe travels.
So Tom, you've got some work to do, son,
I think I do.
because that is cold at the moment,
Yep.
and we need 1200 degrees, and currently I think you've got 600 if you're lucky.
Okay. How will we know when it's at temperature?
Well, there is a question. So consequently, we can quite obviously see that we have a lump of metal in there. That's going to descend down, and it's going to go down into the base. It's going to go right down into the base of the half of that, and that's going to be the hottest point. And the funny thing that you learn about these environments is from the hottest point 2 inches back, you can lose 200 degrees.
Wow.
Every degree counts.
So guys, obviously you're heating this up to a certain degree in the old style that these guys would have heated it up to. Is there anything we can do in a modern age that will speed this process up? Is there anything we can do to make it faster?
Absolutely. We can become efficient refractory specialists.
Right.
So we can use thermally insulated bricks.
Right.
This is made out of clay, grog and dung,
Okay.
and with bellowing power.
Right.
And what we can do is we can use aluminium bricks, and we can use gas.
Brilliant.
Right? And we can do this at pretty high speed in today's world.
Amazing. And they would have had none of this available to them. So we're very fortunate to be able to have that available to us. But we're also very fortunate to know that we can use this same technique that they would have used today.
Yeah, but they weren't stupid. So you see the wind we've got going on today,
Yeah.
right? You see what he's doing right now?
Yeah, the bellows. Yeah.
They would have just turned this round, and they would have put some windshields up, and they would have siphoned that wind straight in there. You don't even have a man on the bellows.
Ready to heat, yeah.
And
That's
they
right.
would have won the day just by that. These people were amazing. And see where my problem is, right, is what we're doing is we're from, I want to call it the first footstep. What that actually means
Yeah.
is I didn't get taught by anyone. And the person, if he had been there to teach me, wouldn't have been taught by anybody else either. But the people we're dealing with were 10 grandfathers in. So now he's got 300 years of history behind him, teaching him about management of heat, about
Experience.
management of metal,
Yeah.
about management of crucibles, and about management of materials to raise the finest heat possible.
Right.
What's amazing is that even without that, as a modern person doing this, there is something about it. It's sort of in your bones somehow.
Hypnotic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're getting the vibe.
Yeah, I am.
Right.
I am.
You ready?
Alright then, so, John, you've got me at what you described as a concave Bun Ingot. And we tried to smelt it the old way and we failed. So then what we did is we used one of the, this is state of the art piece of smelting equipment. It goes up to about 1500 degrees. Right? Maybe slightly higher, I'm not entirely sure. We put that in there 2 hours ago. Right? Now can we have a discussion? We talked about it being copper. I don't think it's copper though. What's it big? Well, if it was bronze, it would melt easier. Yeah. Even so. I mean, back in the day, they would have had their techniques. We've got modern techniques, and it's still not 2 hours, that's already an hour late.
It's getting smaller.
It's getting smaller.
It's on. Yeah. I think.
I don't know, Will. Well, could I cut
Something else. Could there be something else in there? Just raise the
There could be, but there's
There's
reasons we had a doctor here. Right? And your question is, would there be something else in the mix?
Yeah.
What do you feel?
Yes.
There's something else in the mix.
There is, yeah.
Something that modern people have no idea what they did.
No. But that isn't just copper, is it? We should have melted it.
No.
It's not bronze. We know it's not bronze.
Around 1,100 years ago.
So 3,000 years ago, they brought something else into the science, and currently we are struggling with everything that we can do to break it down.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
2 hours, Will. The flames are... 3,500 years in history.
Wow.
Go, 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 go,
God.
go, go, go.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. Wow. 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 So that took a while.
3,000 years in the making.
And 3 hours.
3 hours,
In
yeah.
3 hours.
Why did it
I,
take that long?
I
Bill?
run sword workshops, and if I spent that long smelting a piece of metal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do a sword workshop.
Yeah, guaranteed.
That was not
Yeah.
copper, that was not bronze.
No, it couldn't have been.
No, I think that was our ancestors saying, you know what?
You think so, John?
No,
What do you reckon?
they knew something that we didn't. They'd added something into that. That
What are you
was
thinking,
not.
Will? Bit of wine?
No, I don't know. My bottom line is I do not know what we've just smelted.
Right.
But what I do know is it's going to be really fun to open it up.
Right.
That was 200 quid's worth of gas.
But that was very cool.
Amazing.
And I'm hoping it's going to be very worthwhile.
Oh,
and I'm sure
please.
it will be.
Please
We
come
better have a
on.
look inside them, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Don't know what
man.
we've got, do we?
Oh my god, it looks like silver.
Oh, Jesus.
What have we created? What the hell is that?
What is that, John? That does not look like bronze.
That's not copper.
I have never seen anything like it in all my life.
But, alright. That is a... Oh. John, that's not copper. And that is not bronze. Is this the transition between...
Oh, that's something else.
What the hell is that?
No idea, bro. What is it?
Look at his.
Who's got an XRF machine?
But now look at the top. See, look at the top.
So weird.
Once this is coming off the surface,
It's copper.
starting to see
It's
a
coloured,
copper.
isn't it? Copper colour anyway.
Oh,
Let's have a look.
that is
Oh my god.
amazing.
What do you do with that piece of information?
Sorry.
Do you know what to do with that piece of information?
I mean, sorry man, but what? We all thought it was copper, then we all thought it was bronze.
Is it
And that is
silver?
far.
What?
Cannot,
What?
We should have melted sooner for
Yeah,
that would've-
a
exactly
long
that time.
time silver.
It just took so long.
So you got what you've got here is you've got me, who's been smelting bronze for 10 years. You've got the owner of a metal detecting the Joan Allen Metal Detecting Company, right? Who is seeing artifacts all the time. You've got John, who's spent his life studying artifacts. We have a doctor, which is great at analysing, and we're perplexed.
We have no idea.
There you go. So, what
Who's
can I,
got an
what,
XRF machine?
what can I say? Right at this point in time, we'll leave this one right there. I hope you enjoyed it. You might even see us using this to chop down a piece of wood or tree or something. But you wouldn't ever suspect that, would you?
No.
Not out of what we started with.
Not really, no, mate, no.
The resistance, oh
No.
my god. I hope you've enjoyed watching that, guys. And
It's a spaceship.
Starting it.
The mystery
there you
continues.
go, hold on to that.
Thanks a lot,
Try
dude.
holding that.
Oh, it's still warm.